thunderstorm is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Gun. Hey, we're good, we're good.
Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Vikings at 8-1 on the year. And they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Gun.
Throwing, Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. Joseph's got it, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Just the one big play in the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
One big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your words because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Gun. Gun. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Following the interception, Cousins flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Cousins gives way to Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Good route here.
Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for a Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. He's at it again. Charles, he had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
That's a good Oski, because that's what we use when we intercept the pass. Oski told your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
First down, here's Cousins. Right back to Cook for another completion. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They try again with Cook, and this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Nothing the score after 1 on EA Sports. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On second down, Elliott. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. On third down, Elliott. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
And the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the shotgun again to Elliott. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. He's got the first down and more. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. An extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On 2nd and 11 now, Cousins. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. To throw is Cousins. Being chased out left. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Prescott. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. This is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Or can you flip it around and say that maybe he is? It could be for the game the way that things are going right now. I think if it's him, he must be on the field at all times.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Done. Done.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Toss left to Elliott. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Flush to his right. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Cousins. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Again, it's Cousins. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. It's important to get the first score of the second half. Now start to run away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group is behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Dancing to his left. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
That's into the hands of Tolbert.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. They'll still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Buying time. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. And now here's another interception. And the Vikings are going to have great field position as this is returned just shy of midfield. I think you and I were a little surprised back early in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked out 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They get 29 yards that time.
We may be looking at the scoreboard. This offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They go play action. Cousins under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
throw for Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he's got this down to the 35. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
First down, Dallas.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Harrison Phillips on the stop. Eugene Taylor brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Prescott now on 2nd down. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Prescott to throw it. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Vikings are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. And 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going to...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Backing down at the 49. Godwin covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Cousins with 3 touchdown passes there in the afternoon. And the Vikings are probably headed to a 9-1 start. It's still in the 4th quarter.
So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth-quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And they'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott.
And this will be incomplete. Well, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They run again on first down. Cook. They find some open field here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
50 yards rushing for the Raiders. He's running 11 times.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Throw left side complete. That's Cook.
And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Cousins here to throw. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. Micah Parsons able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance. The Packers stats of it, but as far as the actual need, you're not going to make this run this carved out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10.